Alright, well, this is freaky as shit.
Who are you?
We are the Fates, mortal.
I am Clotho. I spin the fates of women and men.
I am Lachesis. I measure the fates of women and men.
And Atropos.
I am Atropos. I sever the fates of women and men.
Nope, don't like that pronunciation.
What do you want of us, daughter of humanity?
Tell me where my daughter is, and can we stop this volcano?
My daughter is imprisoned by militia, and I fear for her life. I must see Oberon and Titania immediately.
And how do you know who they are?
You cannot. The king and queen have gone on a journey, seeking their own lost child. Take your case to Mab, the Lady of Dreams.
Where is this Mab? How can I find her?
She lives beyond the waking world, on an island of dreams and nightmares. It cannot be reached in the waking reality.
I've got so many questions. And they're all bad questions and inflammatory questions, so I'm not going to ask them. Why would she bring up Oberon and Titania? Are these names she's ever heard of before in Daventry? I assume not. But just like Rosella magically learned about Militia without hearing her name, we're now talking about gods and... I don't get this game story. Not to mention that puzzle that we just solved. Or didn't solve, but looked up with a walkthrough because it literally makes no sense. At least I don't think it does. If it does, let me know because I've got no idea on that one. I could not imagine getting through there without a hint or a walkthrough. That's nuts. Okay, nothing's changed up here. What's now though? We were told we cannot reach them in the waking reality.
What in a...
There is only one thing that I can think of here, and that is Feldspar, the sleeping boulder. But to get help from him, we're going to have to wake him up. Any day now, Valenice. Oh boy, something about leaving this screen here is causing a bug. You can do it. Well done. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think I need to now explore all the areas on the map, which honestly is not a good thing. We can't see him in the waking reality though. Let's start with Feldspar. And if that fails, I don't actually have a backup idea. There'll be nothing at Folderall. Maybe Ceres on the left. Maybe she'll say something to us. If not, we've got Militia's house, we've got the doctor, and then I'm at a complete loss. Can you tell me anything about how to sleep?
Go.
Nothing? I'm racking my brain and nothing's going to mind other than trying to see if we can get into Militia's place or the doctor's place. At this point, I'm just trying random stuff. I cannot imagine that we can get in here, yes.
What a
That crystal lamp has to be important. I can see that already. There is no way she'll be commentating on it if it was not important. The kids are not here. The elevator is not there. Yeah, no. Did the doctor mention anything about sleeping?
My dear Lady Valenice, what brings you back to this neck of the boneyard?
I have no idea.
Dr. Cadaver, I have a terrible problem.
Don't we all?
Come in, come in. How can I help you, Lady Valenice?
Why the box of spare parts?
As you probably know, my lady, the volcano is about to erupt. I am expecting a lot of damage in Ooga Booga, so I stocked up on arms and legs and such.
It's a long story, Doctor, but what it comes down to is that I must travel to Dreamland to see Lady Mab, but I can't find a safe place to sleep.
Really?
Is that all? Don't worry, my lady. Just climb into my coffin here. It's lined with pure dream silk. You'll be asleep in no time.
He definitely mentioned sleeping to Rosella, so yeah, maybe. It's a long bow to draw though. Why would Valenice come here to ask the question?
Sleep? In the coffin?
Try it, my dear. I slip into the coffin for a quick nap between patients myself sometimes.
Exactly.
It's wonderfully comfy.
That is exactly what he said.
Do you promise you won't close the lid while I'm in the coffin?
Of course. I won't bury you either.
Oh, well, thank you.
Alright, so let's do it. Where did Nibbler go?
I suppose I could try to sleep here.
Please do. I'll make sure you're not disturbed.
Thank you.
We're going to wake up and the place is going to be burnt to the ground.
Here you are, my dear. Sweet dreams.
Is there chloroform on that rag? Ooh, spoopy. What are we even watching? Are you in here, Queen Marb? Or just Marb? Lady Marb?
My lady, are you all right?
I went to Dreamland, and Mab, she was frozen. She was a solid block of ice.
Oh dear, Mab was never known for her warm personality. but that doesn't sound right at all.
It looks like things are worse than we knew. I must go. Thank you, Dr. Cadaver. You've been very kind.
I wish you the best of luck, Lady Valenice. Farewell!
What's the note up again? And I can't even look at the notes now. Right, so we went to Dreamland. We got a whole bunch of non-interactable stuff, and we found Marb encased in ice. And at that point, Valenice is like, I need to get out of here now and do something else. I could not sleep in the coffin again, I could not speak to the doctor. All we could do is leave. Based on that, I think I need to go back to Etheria and try and report this. I don't know if that's going to work or not though. Just trying here very quickly. Yeah. I can't summon the horsey here. I can do it here though. Okay, I'm paying attention. I can hear a motif in the background, but I don't think that's it. The fairies? I'm not hearing it. Firstly, I'm hearing 6 notes, and secondly, I'm hearing, for the want of better words, middle notes, low notes, middle notes, low notes, slightly higher notes, lower notes. I'm not hearing whatever the fuck this game wants. I'm not hearing this. That wasn't it. The progression of the notes is completely different to what we're hearing immediately below us. Is it just me? I don't think it is. Fellas, something's wrong with your Queen Marb.
I have seen Mab, and she has been frozen into a lifeless statue of ice.
Ice always melts in the spring, mortal. Perhaps the Lady of Spring can tell you what may be done.
She of the flowers.
She of the forest.
Oh boy. Harp bullshit aside, it just seems like we're on a massive fetch quest now. I can just click that to skip, and I need everything that I can do here to speed this up because she's walking at a snail's pace. As soon as I said Lady of Spring, I thought, yep, okay, that's Ceres. But in case you did not get it, they threw in those additional hints as well. Now, if only they could have done the same for the harp, that would have been great. I'm whinging now, chat. I'm sorry. There are some parts of this game which I really did quite like, but right now, this game is doing nothing for me. Specifically, we were supposed to go to Etheria to speak to Lord Assus to figure out how to get past that creature. And we've been completely railroaded into doing something entirely different. Right, we need to talk. Do not fob me off.
Lady Ceres, may I ask a question of you? Anything. I have seen Mab, Lady of Dreams, and she has been placed under a terrible curse. She's been frozen like a block of ice. Lady of Spring, what can be done for her? Frozen, you say? Let me think. I do recall a legend, yes. You must fill a shaft of crystal with purest sunlight. With that you can thaw her. But I must warn you, you cannot take any physical objects into the land of dreams while you are asleep, my lady. You will have to travel there awake.
A shaft of crystal with sunlight, and then we need to go there awake.
Lady Ceres, how am I to travel to the realm of dreams while awake? What must I do?
Yeah, that seems contradictory.
I do not know, child of humans.
Really?
Perhaps you should speak with the three fates. There's very little they do not know.
I was just there!
Excuse me, ghost.
And now we get nothing. Alright, we're going back again. The sunlight thing makes me think of the light in the temple. We could maybe go there and hold a crystal up and fill it up with sunlight. It mentions crystal, but would a crystal lamp suffice? Because if so, that is probably our cue to finally break into Melicia's place, grab the lamp, and then take it to the temple and fill us with light. So I might be back here a little bit too early. But let's try this. I'm so salty about this harp.
I have seen Ceres, and she has told me that I must enter the land of dreams while awake. How can I do this, great ladies?
You must cheat the fabric of reality. You must ride on the wings of a dream.
There is only one who can do such a thing.
Necromancer?
Our nephew, the Weaver of Dreams.
Okay, never mind.
You will need this. It sometimes pleases our nephew to surround himself with the darkest terrors of night. Farewell, Valenice.
Darkest terrors of night. I don't know what that could mean. My immediate thought was the grave, the open grave in Ooga Booga. The one that normally kills us when we try to approach it. Darkest terrors of night. Maybe the boogeyman? I mean, that definitely counts as a terror, but I would also prefer not to die in the process if that's possible. Dreamcatcher. I don't appear to be able to deconstruct the Dreamcatcher. Alright. The swamp is down to the bottom left. I think the time has finally come where we can break into Melicia's house. Maybe. Because we're going to need the crystal lamp, take it to the temple, hold it up to the light, and that should be the item that we need, and then we just need to get to the Land of Dreams.
What a lovely crystal lamp.
Can I throw this pot through the window? No. We cannot just break it into that way. Yep, and now she's gone. No, I don't approve, game.
It's our big night, my widow Cuddles. We're gonna blow that rotten old Etheria right out of the sky. And we just might take the rest of the world with it, won't we, kissy boy? Mm.
For a moment I thought that might have been the dog. Right, where's the lamp? I thought that might have been it here, but... ah, fuck. Really?
You humans don't have the best survival instincts, do you?
I hate to hide like a mouse, but I guess sometimes that's the only thing you can do.
It's our big...
You want me to do this again? Really?
It's too bad there won't be anyone left to admire my beauty, Cuddles. What do you have in your mouth? Let me see.
Are we okay?
No matter, you naughty boy. Let's go watch the fireworks.
Not sure what happened there. Alright, so we're up. A very odd sequence. We have a crystal. Looks quite similar to what we got in Chapter 2 that one time. Crystal scale.
How could anyone sleep in that?
We can't rifle through her drawer because, unlike Rosella, Valenice has standards.
No one's probably seen her real face in years.
Rosella making a comment about a trowel, that was great. That was a good put down. Right, I'm not going to go out there because the gargoyle is going to kill us. Let's go out here. Head out here, summon Necromancer, and then go to the desert. There we go. The crystal shaft has been charged with sunlight. So at this point, I can do one of two things. Firstly, I can go back to the Fates and have another chat. Secondly, I can try and find... what was it called? Darkest Terror. Let's go back and have a chat, if we can. Darkest Terror though, what would that be? It's not going to be anything in the desert here. It's not going to be in the Bountiful Woods. It could perhaps be the Land of the Werefolk, but that's going to get us murdered instantly. It is not going to be anywhere inside Folderall. It's not going to be Militia's house. It's got to be in Ooga Booga somewhere. I don't believe it will be the treehouse. It could maybe be the grave. As in the grave at the bottom left past the deadfall. But that's a long shot. I've got what we need.
How can I find this weaver of dreams?
You must find him for yourself. He is here and there, skirting the edges of reality. When he is in the waking world, he favors the Mountain of Winds.
Okay, it's this thing on the right, isn't it? The Darkest Terror is just referring to that creature that is murdering us when we try to enter the cave. Getting out of there is so painful. I assume this is Mountain of Winds. It has to be. I don't imagine that the Mountain of Winds is in the dream world, and there's nothing downstairs that makes me think of winds. So you know what? Let's go up here one more time and see if we can get past this thing. Alright, making a save. There we go. Let's do it. Had to do it twice. The dream catcher is full. I can't use it on myself. Maybe I've got to go inside here and do it. Or use it on you, perhaps. Hello, Mr. Dreamweaver.
Excuse me. Hello?
Nothing.
What do you want?
I need your help.
I help no one. I am the weaver of dreams, and that is all. Go away. Go now, before I weave you a nightmare that will turn your hair white.
I'm okay with that.
Go now.
Okay, can I show you this?
Your aunts, the Fates, gave me this object to get past your nightmare. My business with you is most urgent.
You captured my nightmare in that little thing. How amusing. How irritating. I suppose I should have had a second creature on hand, but I seldom weave more than one at a time. Nightmares are solitary creatures, you know. They will destroy each other on sight.
Dreamweaver, listen to me. Oberon and Titania are missing, and Mab has been horribly cursed. I must reach her Isle of Dreams while awake and cure her, or all will be lost.
You know way too much, Valenice.
My precious sister is missing? You must go to Mab immediately. Wait, I will give you something.
So now you care. A magic carpet?
When you ride this magical tapestry, you can travel through dreams in the flesh. But be warned, you will be vulnerable. Hurry, mortal, hurry.
We have a magic carpet.
My sister is dearer to me than life itself. Go!
I'm assuming Mab is your sister.
My
Tapestry of Dreams. It looked like he was printing something. He printed out a magical carpet. Okay, that's spooky as shit. Well, let's go. I've got control now. And I'm probably going to die immediately.
No! No! I know the Dreamweaver told me something important about these horrible creatures. Now, what did he say?
Something about two nightmares can't exist at once, they'll destroy each other. It's not that, it is this. I was paying attention. Okay, we have control. We're in the land of dreams. I can go left, right, or down. In the earlier dream, Valenice went right, so naturally that means we'll go in the opposite direction and see what happens. Okay, maybe the direction doesn't matter. We fall, and we swim to the island. Let's do it.
What? Well, who are you?
I am Valenice of Daventry, my Lady Mab. I urgently need your help. Malicia has ignited the volcano and Oberon and Titania cannot be found.
Malicia! That vicious creature enchanted me so that she could destroy us all. Well, she won't succeed. You must send the winds to find the king and queen.
I? How am I to do that?
The same winds that are murdering me?
You must harness the wind, Sirocco, and ride him to the top of the mountain of winds. King Levantar will surely help you. I must go, brave Valenice. I must try to hold back the volcano's explosion. Thank you for freeing me from my prison of ice. If we all survive this, I will send you only sweet dreams for the rest of your life.
No, you need the odd nightmare to remind you of who you are. There were way too many names there. We need to harness a wind so that we can go up to the mountain to speak to another king. The same winds which are, murdering me. Okay, we've picked up a magic bridle. Not the first time in the series that we've seen a magic bridle. Harnessing the wind though. Am I just walking into this screen and then waiting for it to rock up and then using it? Similar to what we did with Count Tepish. I hear you. There's no option there. Okay.
What in hell?
I don't suppose you folks have anything new to say? I'll try going left shortly. Well, I'll load if they have nothing to say, but then I'll try going left. I could also try going up.
Understand, mortal. The threads of the very world fray in our hands. Soon your little problem will matter no more than a speck of dust in a hurricane. Begone.
Okay, we don't get anything new here. We've been given a clear goal, I'm just not sure how to accomplish it. We don't see an arrow here. Okay, it's back.
I know the Dreamweaver told me.
How do we harness this thing?
What in?
The thing is, it's not stopping here. But it looks like when it comes into view, we're being locked out. We're being put into an animation, and there's nothing we can do. Never mind. The fuck? Okay, that was utterly bizarre. I can do something with the bridle, but that did not appear to work the way I wanted it to work. I hear the wind. Maybe I need to do it as I'm hearing the wind. What was this thing's name? Sirocco? I can't do anything here. Damn it. I can interact with it, but unlike the screen below us, we're not hearing a wind, so maybe what I need to do is go back to the previous screen, get into a better position, and then throw the bridle as we hear the wind. That's my best guess at this point. Because we could definitely throw it here, but it's way too late. Yeah, look at that. We throw it. We immediately get it back. Oof. I think I've got the right idea here. I'm just too annoyed to actually try and figure out whether this is the right idea or not. Get down there, Valenice. How do we tame this thing? I can't use that with any of my other items. There's nothing to the left here. And at this point, I can't imagine there's anything on the ground that we need to grab. Nothing comes to mind apart from those little shits in the treehouse. Nothing here. Yeah, at this point, I just need to figure out how to use this bridle on the horse so that we can ride it up to the top of the mountain. So what I'll do is move to around here and just wait and see what happens. Yeah, see that? We hear it, but we don't see it. And I don't know if that's happening now because we are not in a position where we can get knocked off. At this point... Never mind. Okay. If it can go past there, then maybe what I need to do is stand here and throw from above. That's my best guess. If this ain't the answer, I'm looking it up. I was ready to say I'm about to look it up and then I got knocked over. This is the only answer I've got. The fact that we hear the wind in advance here, that's got to be something. Yeah, we're locked in an animation there, and I've got no option to use it. I'm looking it up.
What in heaven's name was that? I've never seen a creature so swift.
To catch a ride on the wind, I need some stealth. How can I be stealthy here? Other than maybe trying to do it from up here or down there or somewhere else, or hiding behind an object perhaps, like this. There is a place to hide behind the cave. Okay, fine. I don't think I would have got that. And it looks like after this, and this might be the end of the chapter. Which, honestly, this was not a good chapter. Look at that, that's interactable.
Hmm.
Come on, game. Are you telling me the wind is going to stop here? Yeah, no. None of that makes a lot of sense to me.
Carrasco, you big bully! What have I told you about eating people? What have I told you?
What are we even looking at?
Oh, Ma, I was just playing.
Don't lie to me, young man!
What's going on here? Speak.
Who are you?
That must be the king.
I am Levanter, king of the wind. Who are you?
I am Valenice of Daventry. Your Majesty, we must summon Oberon and Titania. The Lady Militia plans to detonate the volcano, and all of Eldritch will be destroyed.
Winds, come to me. Come to me now.
This chapter started out pretty well, and then it all fell apart once we reached Etheria. The harp in particular, I've got no idea about that one.
Fly, my people. Fly and find the Lord and Lady of Etheria.
We're looking for two gods who we've barely heard of. They're going to help us. That looks like them.
Militia has ignited the volcano. Are you sure of this?
See for yourself, my Lord Oberon.
Yeah, exactly. Turn around.
Sweet Mother Nature.
We thank you, mortal. You are valiant and brave. Come, my husband, we must try to undo what has been done. I only pray that we can. Wait! My daughter! What about my daughter?
Does anyone care? We'll find out shortly. Chapter 6. Ready, set, boom. Yep, let's just get this game done.
Rosella, change the imposter back into his rightful form. It's our only chance.
Rosella, get him!
No, no, get him!
Alright, we're just dropping in where we left off. Can I use it on both of them? I can't use it on either.
Nice try, sweetie.
That was quick.
Drat it. I just should have been more decisive.
Rosella! No!
Yeah, I'm trying, but it's not letting me. Maybe I have to wait for one of them to fall over here. There we go. The hell?
Edgar?
Oh, hell!
You, the son of Oberon and Titania? What are you doing here?
Rosella, where are we? What's going on?
Why are you here?
My dear princess, I have something so special in store for you. I hope you enjoy hot weather.
Ow! Ow!
I've got so many questions.
Come, my lady. We must hurry.
I've got so many questions. So, there was a false Troll King and the real Troll King, and that was either the mother of all Easter eggs, or one of those two was actually Edgar, the little green dude that we saw from King's Quest IV. I don't recall if I said at the very start of the playthrough that I thought Edgar might have made an appearance. I was not expecting him to be one of the Troll Kings though. If he is, well, he just said, "Where am I? Rosella, what are we doing here?" It's possible, I guess, that he might have been the false Troll King and that he didn't know what the hell he was doing. That's my best guess at this point. Because we used a magic wand on the real Troll King twice, and he turned into a scarab and then back to himself. Edgar must have been a false Troll King. That's the only thing that makes sense in my opinion, but very little about this game makes sense. And this is all coming to a head very quickly, so I do wonder how much more we have to go. Maybe this isn't a full chapter. Right, so what am I doing? I'm digging my way out, really? Is someone helping us there, or is that just us? Is that Edgar? Opens the entrance to the underground. Okay, that leads to the entrance to the control room. We need to charge this thing up. And then it's going to do something. Alright, do you remember how to get through here? Because I don't. Not death. Okay, I think he touched both of the eyes first, and then touched the middle. Failing that, I'm going to have to look at my footage. There we go. Alright, are you the real Troll King? I've got no idea at this point. None. I don't appear to be able to do anything in here other than interact with the Troll King. I assume that is the electrical socket and it's lighting up, so I'll give that a go in just a moment. Alright, he ain't waking up. If we could wake him up and ask some questions, then we could determine which one he is. I can use that. Stinky ass flower. That's one way of containing the magma, I suppose. Why are you folks laughing?
My daughter. Oh, I thought I'd never see you again.
Mama, I'm so sorry. I saw the castle and I jumped in to see, and the Troll King, Edgar, well, he just...
Edgar?
Yes, that Edgar. So, false Troll King from Chapter 2?
No, you'll not touch her.
I can't tell.
Out of my way, whelp! I enslaved your little mind once. Don't think I'll be so kind this time.
Never again, Militia!
And apparently he's an accomplished wizard.
Edgar!
Ah!
It's alright, he can walk it off. I've got control here. I assume I need to plug this thing in and go for it.
Drat it. I just should have been more decisive.
Okay, it brings me all the way back here. What if I plug this in first? Let's plug it in and then wake him up. Let's leave it plugged in and then wake him up. No, enslaving the mind refers to the fact that Militia took control of Edgar and turned him into the Troll King. That's what was going on in Chapter 2, very clearly. So this must be the real King Otar. And he is clearly the false king. That's about the only thing that makes sense. So, Alicia.
No.
How do we deal with you? Okay, grab that. Does this work?
Drat it.
Okay, we're loading here now, so that's a positive sign. Yeah, Edgar does not have a robe and wizard hat. He's just got a robe. He's not a real wizard, you see. And I assume we're going to use the extra life to bring him back.
No.
Right, we get control back pretty quickly here, so let's do that. And then do that. I was a bit late last time. Okay, we're not done. We can kill the dog. Because that's so essential. I can't appear to do anything else here. Can I use the extra life on Edgar? Yep, that's it. Too late.
We thank you for saving our world, my lady.
Bad end?
My son. Edgar was your son?
Yes. He was first taken from us as a babe by an evil fairy named Lolotte. It was your valiant daughter who freed him, and we were a family once more. Then he vanished again at his own homecoming celebration. I know now it was all part of Melicia's evil plot.
You monster! Monster! How could you?
No, my love, no. Whatever Melicia was, she is no more. Can't you see this is only an innocent babe?
It's not too late. There's plenty of time to throw her into the volcano.
Something went terribly wrong with you, my sister. Let us start over again.
Come, Lady Valanice, Lady Rosella. We will take you home.
No, toss her in the volcano. I think we just got a bad end, fellas. Oh boy. I'm going to need to load and try for the other ending in just a moment, assuming there is another ending. I'll cut in my thoughts later though, because oof, I'm going to need a minute. Alright, let's try this again.
Drat it.
Mom, Ed.
I think the model there might have changed at the back. That little volcano model. Maybe that indicates it's no longer erupting.
No, you'll not. Out of
Edgar!
I mean, it's a baby. It's perfectly fine to throw babies in volcanoes, chat. Just saying. I can't skip this, unfortunately. I don't know what the purpose of this is, but it looks necessary. Alright, so let's bring him back to life. Using a cat's extra life, mind you.
I thought we'd never see you again.
Apologies, my cursor was too far down.
Valanice, I cannot thank you enough. You have not only saved our world, you have given us back our greatest treasure, our son.
Your son? Edgar?
Yeah, he's royalty as well.
You know our son?
Stay out of this.
Well, you see, I was stolen as a baby by an evil fairy named Lolotte. She twisted my body and tried to twist my mind, but somehow I knew I was not her son. Then Rosella appeared. I knew she was special. She released me from my slavery to Lolotte, and I went home to Etheria.
Lolotte, not Lolotte.
We were so happy. The whole kingdom was overjoyed. We held a ball in our son's honor, and
Our boy vanished from the gardens on the night of the party. We were crushed. We set off to search for him immediately. Now I know it was all part of Melicia's evil plot.
Something went terribly wrong with you, my sister. Let us start over again, shall we?
Nope. Volcano. Alright, I think it's time to get married.
Rosella, it was I who lured you into this world. I kidnapped you. I know you can never forgive me, but please, let me assure you that I was not in my right mind. I would never have done that had I known.
Edgar, would you show me the sights of Etheria? After all, it's what I came for.
Are we going to get hitched, though? Oh, that frame tearing. Wow.
It's so beautiful.
Rosella, you've been in my heart since the day I first saw you. Rosella, may I have the honor of courting you?
Yes, you may.
So polite. So what? Rosella becomes a princess of Etheria? Meaning that, once again, Graham and Valanice have no heirs. That's definitely a better ending, and I do like the way it ties back into King's Quest IV. That's good, I enjoyed that. I did look at the hints just as I was finishing up Chapter 6, and yeah, it mentions that the Troll King, the fake one, has green eyes. And that is not something that I picked up at all. If there was something that I was supposed to see there, I didn't see it at all. But there's a lot of things that I didn't see in this game. A lot of the puzzle solutions, a lot of the pixel hunting, that harp in Etheria, that almost ruined the game as far as I'm concerned. But yeah. Alright, so I'm recording this part separately because I wasn't terribly happy with the first recording immediately after finishing the game. I'm not going to do any kind of post-game playthrough here because there are no points. I don't know what to check it against. But I do have some stuff to edit in here. Firstly, a big thank you to Bloopscrusts5390. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, for pointing this out on video 4 of the series. I actually missed a conversation at the start of Chapter 2, which is basically Rosella's introduction to Melicia, and it sort of contextualizes everything that she says afterwards to Matilda and to other characters as the game progresses. Basically, we start Chapter 2, we come in here, we walk outside, these two trolls sort of rib each other a bit, and yeah, we can talk to them right now.
Talk to you?
Yuck! Troll soup?
Revolting beast!
Jeez, Hogarth, you nearly got yourself fried.
Oh, I'm not scared of that nasty wench. I could break her in half like a carrot.
Well, that's good, 'cause she's right behind you. Yeah.
That was not funny, Blogtar.
Pardon me, sirs, but who was that tall, imposing woman?
Her name is Militia, and to tell you the truth, lady, no one really knows who she is.
I know who she is. She's a fiend, that's who.
Shut your mouth, Hogarth. You don't know nothing. Some trolls say Militia is an evil fairy cast out of Etheria up there in the clouds. All I know is she never used to hang around here, and now she does all the time.
We'd like to tell you more, pretty lady, but we better not.
Is there anything more you could tell me about Militia?
No, lady, sorry.
No way.
Is there anything more you could tell me about Militia?
No, lady, sorry.
No way.
I understand how that's missable because it's a dialogue and not a proper cutscene. You have control. And once you progress a bit further into the game, those two trolls disappear and they're replaced by the female trolls. So that conversation is a limited time thing. And honestly, I think that's kind of insane because even though this is an optional conversation, it is a conversation which informs later conversations. And I really do think that's either bad design or just a bug. I think that conversation should have happened automatically without player inputs so that it's not missable. Because otherwise, the conversations that happen afterwards, signs make a lot of sense. And as I was preparing this little last part here, I realised there are two more things that I missed. Firstly, our favourite little kids at the treehouse chanting that weird song. I did manage to make out some parts of it during the game, something about a branch being up and down, and then I immediately disregarded it.
Run away! Go and hide! The boogeyman will be inside! Whenever the branch is pointing down, the boogeyman has gone to town! Whenever the branch shaped like a snake is pointing up, for goodness sake! Run away! Go and hide! The boogeyman will be inside! Whenever the branch is pointing down, the boogeyman has gone to town! Whenever the branch shaped...
It's a very weird song, isn't it? Anyway, it's referring to this. Do you see it? Let me use the magic of video editing to do some cuts. Yeah, it's referring to that. I didn't test this, but the position of that branch is going to dictate whether you live or die when you blow that horn. It makes sense, but honestly, due to the background's design and how it looks, it is way too obscure. If you saw that during the playthrough, I don't believe you. I had enough trouble spotting the elevator at the treehouse the first time, and that's way too hard to spot. I would definitely not have seen it coming in and out like this, that has changed. That is just way too obscure. And finally, the last thing, Das Harp. I've recorded this a couple of days before part 10 went live, so if you commented on it, I apologise, this does not take your comments into account. This is what I missed. We can go here and we can feed the ambrosia to the fairies. This goes on for about 5 minutes. And as it turns out, we just need to play the first 4 notes of that song on the harp. And I still don't think it's great, simply because we're guessing a 10-note song now, I think. 10 or 11, not sure. We only need to play the first 4 notes. I probably would have got that with enough time. I still don't like it, but it is a lot more tolerable. So, game, you're off the hook. But not for everything else that I'm about to say. I want to try and keep this around under about 10 minutes, and I'll probably fail, but I'll try my best. So, there's basically 2 things about this game that I do not like. The first one is something that I picked up on instantly. It is the one-button interface. I've played plenty of games with one-button interfaces, and they're fine because they're designed around that interface. The problem with the interface in King's Quest VII is that, regardless of how well it's been designed, it is a continuation of a series where the previous interfaces were either icon-driven, choose your icon and choose an action, or they were parser-driven, where you could type in whatever you liked and you were only limited by your creativity, the parser's strength, and the responses that were programmed into the parser. And look, there is so much more that you could do with the old interfaces. Looking at things, talking to random objects, sniffing things, and this is the super important part. The game would always give you feedback on that, whether it's in the form of text from a narrator or text that is filtered through your character. It was another voice, and the loss of that other voice is immense. If you go back to chapter 1 at the very start, Valanice lands in a desert, and then there's nothing. Well, actually there's a Bugs Bunny-like jackalope, but I'll get to that. There is no Valanice looks around the desert landscape. Blind panic overwhelms her as she realizes there's no sight of her daughter. You get nothing. For a game which spent so much of its budget on graphics and animation, it feels shockingly empty. You could also apply that logic to the faux shop thing in chapter 3, which I'll bring up in the background now. I missed the Archduke saying you need to take it with a grain of salt. And I feel like if we had more options to look around at things or anything other than clicking on the door and trying and failing to enter it, we'd get something else. We'd get something like, now what did that Ponzi dog say about entering the faux shop? Instead, we get what feels like very minimal interaction with the game, and in my opinion, it is a massive step backwards and it's shocking. I don't feel it's a case of them trying to dumb things down or casualizing it, or if you want to be diplomatic, making it more accessible. I just think that you lose so much by taking away these options, and it was something that I picked up on about 5 minutes into the playthrough. You lose the narrator, You lose everything being filtered through either Valanice or Rosella. It's a huge loss in my opinion. The second thing that I don't like is this game's tone. And this is purely a personal thing on my part because I do enjoy games with shifting tones. Some good cases in point might be Final Fantasy and Yakuza. But this game leans into comedy way too hard. The problem I have is that outside of the first section in the desert, which has some introductory problems as we just discussed, due to this game's tone shift, I find it's almost impossible to take the serious stuff seriously when it's set against beautiful, colourful backgrounds with Disney-esque animation, NPCs who try and fail to act like comedians. None of it really works for me. Someone says something serious, like you need to restore the river of life, or you need to save my wife who's been transformed into a tree, and it is impossible to roll with it. I don't know where I'm going with that, but what I'm trying to say is shifting tones is something that's very hard to pull off, and I don't think this game did it well at all. King's Quest, up until now, is not something that I would have considered to be a comedy series. If you wanted comedy, you'd play Space Quest. If you wanted adult comedy, you'd play Leisure Suit Larry. King's Quest really did not seem to be the place to find comedy outside of maybe some clever narration, which is gone now, or maybe the odd bit of dialogue here and there, or maybe a humorous way of dying. This game just tried in way too many places to be funny, and I'm not in a bad mood, I swear to dog, I'm really not, but this game's tone didn't work for me, and the swerve on this just seems so out of place. There's a lot more that I can rant about. I really don't want to. The last thing that I'll say is, why did Valanice talk about Oberon and Titania? Did I miss another conversation? I don't know. I tried speaking to Ceres immediately after transforming her back into a human. She didn't have it there. I don't know, maybe I've just missed something. Maybe I'm just stupid at video games and missed it. I don't know, but yeah. Things I did like about this game. Well, I did like the art style and animation in isolation, not counting for the tone implications discussed earlier. This game does genuinely look gorgeous in parts. I enjoyed the fact that we got to spend some time as Valanice. She is the last member of the Daventry royal family. We've not controlled her up until now, and I enjoyed controlling her and Rosella. It's an adventure game from the early 90s where we got to play as not one, but two female protagonists, which I think was unheard of back then. Good stuff. And look, I did enjoy exploring parts of the map for the first time, like the way I explored Ooga Booga. I liked the way the map linked together at the end, linking the two places together through the swamp. We got to pat the dog. Yeah, after that, I'm struggling. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible person. For the record, I don't think this game is terrible, but it's not good. It's just not. It is definitely a huge misstep in the series, and hopefully, Sierra can recover things with the next game. Speaking of missteps and next games, next up is King's Quest VIII, Mask of Eternity. This is going to be a blind playthrough as well, and I'll save most of my thoughts for the start of the next video. But, yeah, I've had to do some research on how to get it running for modern systems, and I've seen a thing or two while setting it up. And if you thought this game was a bit of a departure, well, you've got a moment or two to brace yourselves, because I'll be back in a sec with King's Quest VIII.